This has got to be real quick. I don't have a how-to video on this. This is like the easiest wheel bearing install ever. But this is on a 2018 3.5 two-wheel drive F-150. They had a loud humming coming from the right front passenger side, and actually when I jacked it up I could grab the wheel. This wheel bearing was totally shot. And I just wanted to mainly share part numbers with you and just show you the 4 bolt locations of where the bolts go. You get a bolt there, there, and there. Basically, jack the, well, you can actually just put a jack under the lower control arm, jack it up, pull the wheel off, take the whole caliper and the mounting bracket and everything off. It's a 21 millimeter mounting studs that go in the back of the caliper bracket. And then once you get the caliper bracket and the caliper hung up on the upper control arm, there's actually those little hooks that you can even get them from Harbor Freight that grab their caliper bracket hangers, and you can just hang it in one of the holes in a lower control arm. And then on the back side here, there's 4 bolts that go through the back of the knuckle. It's super easy to do. You just take the 4 bolts out, they're 18 millimeter, and you just knock the piss out of the flange. You see right there where I got like impact marks? Just keep hitting the flange until it starts to come out. And these two-wheel drive wheel bearings, they basically just come right out because they only make contact in just a little bit of an area. The whole thing doesn't actually make contact. That's why you see so much rust and corrosion build up on the back of them, because so much moisture can get in there, because the whole thing doesn't make contact. It makes contact to just about right past that little seal right there. And then just knock this thing out. Literally, it'll fall right on the ground. You're gonna have to reach up in the wheel well and unplug your ABS sensor, and then there's a few clips down it. You gotta just pop that out of the little bracket, take a little pry tool or screwdriver and pry these out. And then there's a little 8 millimeter nut that holds this plastic anchor spot. You just pull all that out and just basically knock this thing right out of there. And then when you go back together, you're going to want to put new bolts in. You can reuse the old ones if you're just a DIY guy. I was doing this under warranty, so I can't like technically reuse the old bolts. And just you can put a little dab of Loctite on the old bolts. But the bolt number that you need, here's the bolts that go through the back of it. The Ford part number is W70689S439. And it's basically plug and play stuff. Get everything unbolted. Take like a wire wheel on a drill and drill out your area, get all the corrosion stuff out of there. You can even take a file to knock off more of the stubborn stuff, or if you got like a little angle grinder, you can take like an 80 millimeter pad and just brush the corrosion out there, and then smooth it out with a wire wheel on a drill, and just reinstall your stuff. Make sure it's clean. You just torque everything back down real good. I don't have torque specs in front of me right now. I moved on to my next job, but I figured I'd just go ahead and put this out quick. The front passenger wheel bearing number is Hub 436 or JL3Z1104J. For the driver's side, it could be 1103 or 1105, I think. But you'll have to, if you're doing the driver's side, it's the same concept, same bolts. It's just your center number here will change. This was particularly front passenger wheel bearing on a 2018 F-150 two-wheel drive 3.5 liter NA motor. Thanks guys, be blessed.